Krish, I feel like I've spent quite a lot of reports over the last few nights saying sentences like fierce fighting continues in Severodonetsk, and that is true. Just in the last few hours, the governor of Luhansk confirmed that 70% of that city is now taken. But it does beg the question, why is it that a Ukrainian army, both the regular army and volunteers, so outnumbered and so outgunned by the Russians, continues to slow that advance down, continues to offer so much resistance? The answer to that question is complicated, but one part of it is to do with motivation. Over the last 2 or 3 days, we've spent hours with Ukrainian soldiers on the front line. Do they complain about rations? Do they complain about disorganization? Of course they do. They're soldiers. But when you spend time with them and drill into their motivation, it often boils down to a genuine sense that they are on the vanguard of a clash of civilizations, that they are on the vanguard of a culture war in the purest form of that expression. This is not the front line, technically speaking. The volunteer battalion we're with call it the second front line. That means soldiers rotate in and out of this position, which we can't disclose, and head to where the fighting is at its most intense. Stanislav Krasnov's next rotation is in about 12 hours. Himself and his wife were both lawyers in Kyiv. Oksana Krasnova is a sniper, so their rotations don't align. But everything else about this couple does.
Ми познайомилися в мирний час. Потім революція, потім війна до 15-го, а потім ми працювали, вчились на аспірантурі, отримували PhD, таке. Все нормально.
I'm 100% agree with Oksana.
There's no other option for him.
Yes, it's true.
They met fighting on the barricades during the Maidan revolution, then fought in Donbas last time round, now this war. For them, all extensions of each other. Stanislav's rotation into the front line in the morning will be much like the last one, digging in deep, undeterred by artillery. When is your next rotation into the front line? All right. It was a big one. Yeah.
Моя наступна ротація буде завтра зранку, рано вранці о 4:00. Ми виїжджаємо, і це буде на 3 доби.
In the back rooms of Western diplomacy, debate has begun about acceptable Ukrainian compromise, what a messy peace would look like. That is not the conversation happening here.
Би гіпотетично це могло статись, якби Україна не була, наприклад, готова до цієї війни і була б захоплена за кілька днів, як це обіцяли росіяни. Наступний крок дуже скоро, навіть не через десятиріччя, а через роки, це була б вже Європа, насправді. Польща там і так далі, і так далі. І росіяни б не зупинились, поки б вони не захопили все.
Навіть найбільша правда безсила проти найменшої брехні.
Once upon a time, Dmytro Filipchuk was the presenter of a political chat show in Ukraine. Think Jeremy Vine, having swapped auto cue for an automatic. He is now also part of this platoon. The very front line of this war. Describe it to us.
3 слова. Це тяжко, це страшно і це весело.
It is hard, it is scary, and it is fun.
I imagine, I don't know you very well, but I imagine you're quite a hard man to scare.
Ні. Ми маємо 2 комплекти форми. Коли йдеш на передову, якщо злякався, то зразу штани міняєш.
The word disparate doesn't quite do it for this band of soldiers. Just when you're getting your head around that, you meet their commander, Volodymyr Grotskov.
Russia, це ж Росія.
What? Are you from Russia?
Ви з Росії?
На жаль, так.
Unfortunately, yes.
So, what are you doing here?
Що ви робите тут?
Воюю за демократический мир вместе с украинцами.
Back home, he was involved in anti-Putin activism. For him, coming to fight in Ukraine, the ultimate act of opposition.
Я поехал для борьбы, а не для того, чтобы скрываться.
I had go to fighting, not to hiding.
That's not the case for a lot of Russians. Why do you think some polls show so much support for the war in Russia?
Я думаю, что промывка мозгов, пропаганда происходила там в течение десятилетий, поэтому все так плохо.
By some estimates, 250 soldiers a day are dying on both sides in the Battle of Donbas. Most journalists get to leave places like this. These men and women do not. They wait for their next rotation further in and hope there'll be another one, and another one again after that.